I'm Valerie Dimick. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I have a private practice counseling individuals, couples, groups, and families in the greater Las Vegas area. I have developed a seminar that I call Universal Truths. All truth is God's truth. If we can learn how to access His truth, it can set us free of the trials, afflictions, and burdens that seem to assail us. But the choice is ours. In an effort to help people recognize truth, learn how to cut through the false precepts that hold them back, and access the blessings and miracles promised to those who look to the Lord, I have taken spiritual truths, scientific evidence, and psychotherapeutic tools and merged them into one cohesive whole. Each discipline intertwines and actually speaks of the same truths. They simply use different languages to describe these certainties. Bringing them all together allows the seeker of truth to discover how really simple the process of accessing God's tender mercies really is. The principles taught in the scriptures are not just nice ideas that can soothe the masses as many believe, but instead they are avenues to power and liberation. In the day and times we live, the divide between the faithful and those who miss the power eternal truth can bring is getting wider, even among those who call themselves believers. No longer can believers afford to ride the fence. Riding the fence of faith will land you in despair, disbelief, and anguish of spirit. Mere dabbling with a belief in Christ in today's world will land you on the wrong side of the fence. Faith is a principle of power. It is real. It is simple. It is life-transforming. But the one thing that it is not is easy. There is a vast difference between simple and easy. Misery on the one hand is easy. It takes no effort at all to seek into a miserable state. Faith, on the other hand, is hard, but it is simple. However, it takes constant, consistent effort. The fruit of consistent faith done right is peace, even amid afflictions, hope, miracles, and increasingly Christ-like behavior that naturally begins to manifest in your life. The whys and wherefores of this are taught in my Universal Truth seminar, along with the tools to do the simple but consistent, singular thing needed to access all the Lord has promised. I've worked diligently to make sure all the principles I teach square with scriptural truth as well as scientific evidence. Response to this seminar has been highly favorable as people find their lives changing. Additionally, the principles are simple and can be returned to again and again if people falter in their intentions, and we all falter at times in our objectives. You can access peace, joy, miracles, tender mercies, confidence, wisdom, and hope on a regular basis as you learn what faith really is and how to use it as a principle of power. In Session 1, you will learn what thought choice really is and how to use it to activate faith. You will also get a glimpse of what holds people back from accessing the promised blessings that often seem out of reach. And you will learn how to know with absolute confidence truth from the falsehoods the minions of misery try to pass off as reality. From the first session, you will be able to tell what thoughts you have that are accurate and those that are not with absolute clarity and confidence. Today we're going to be talking about the thought continuum, what I've come to call the thought continuum. And we're going to be learning what agency is and what it is not. Everything that we talk about here today is very, very simple. However, the difficult part of it is that it is old ideas with a new way of thinking about them. And so it's thinking about them in those new ways that's difficult, stepping out of an old way of thinking and into a new process. And thoughts are something that, there's several things to know about thoughts. First of all, the ability to think really is everything. We have this ability to think. But thoughts are really only thoughts. They are not reality. They do not represent reality. They are only an ability that we have. Here's an example for you. This water bottle. If this water bottle were sitting on the table, that would be real, right? It would be real. But the minute that you think about the bottle of water, well, that's just a thought. So a bottle of water is real, but when you think about the bottle of water, that's just a thought. It's just a thought about something that is there, but it's just a thought itself. Does that make sense to you? Now, I'm going to be able to show you today why, in very concrete terms, you're able to just let go of those thoughts. And as you learn how to do that, you will find the path to getting the right answer for you. You need no more second guess your thoughts or decisions, nor wonder if what you felt was inspiration or not. You can now know with absolute certainty and confidence what is accurate and what you need to let go of. In session 2, you will learn to better understand who you worship and how little you actually see with your natural eyes that is going on around you. You will have knowledge and tools given to you so that you can begin to let go of trusting or fearing the natural man. I'd like to welcome all of you here today. We are going to be learning about who you worship, or in scientific terms, the power source, and how to worship him, or how to increase life-giving power. The Lord is omnipresent, meaning the past, present, and future are always before the Lord. Everything is always continually before the Lord. So what exactly does that mean? Well, first of all, if we can understand what omnipresent means, it will increase our faith. And the really nice thing is that Einstein was a second witness. The past, the present, and the future are always before the Lord because he's out of time and he can view them he can view time just like a stack of photos while you and I are viewing it in this sequential process.